Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It is 4:20 p.m. here on the West Coast, Northern California, Stockton, California to be exact, baby. My name is Cherry Franklin. This is the Cherry Franklin Show. If you have not rolled a blunt, made a drink, a cup of coffee, a sandwich, or fired up a square, now's the time to do so. We're about to kick off another 420 smoke session. Y'all make sure y'all let me know what is you smoking, what flavors are popular in your area, what is brand spanking new, and what is the best of the best of the best served with honors. Also, what flavors not to get, what pack is floating around straight air pack. Y'all make sure you let us know so we don't waste our time and our money as we connoisseurs all around the world. Y'all, big news, the infrastructure bill that Joe Biden himself put together has been passed. Apparently $1.25 trillion in economic funding, including universal broadband, eviction protection, and some other key points and key funding that we will discuss. Y'all, it's amazing to see they're still fighting to pass the Build Back Better plan as well. Another $1.75 trillion up for the vote. Y'all, the key point here is to put the head of household, the breadwinner of every head of household, in position to sustain a livable income without falling further behind in debt and without losing their sustainability and their assets in their current life and lifestyle today. So many people have already lost a lot since the quarantine happened. Some people have lost their cars. Some people lost their driver's license. Some people lost their opportunity to have a job because the DMV was closed and they couldn't renew their driver's license. So many things have happened that is unacceptable, y'all, and we have got to make a difference. We say all that to say this. Please visit change.org and vote.org to make a difference in your city and state. Y'all can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram to get that information. At the Cherry Franklin Show on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Y'all, change.org to sign the petition for the stimulus check in the amount of $2,000. It is not too late. The final decisions have not been made. The funding has not been dispersed or distributed. Y'all go sign that petition on change.org for the forced stimulus check in the amount of $2,000. Also, justice for the say their names hashtags. Justice for George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Vanessa Gillen, Robert Fuller, Jacob Blake, Elijah McClain, Ma'Khia Bryant, Adam Toledo, the 8 black men and women found hanging in the United States since the death of George Floyd in March of 2020. Y'all, please go support the Say Their Names hashtag at change.org. As well as vote.org to find out when is the next election in your city and state. What's up, best friend? Y'all, Kill Switch just joined the stream. I want to send a big, huge shout out to Kill Switch. He's got 2 singles out as of this fall. One is called Supervisor, and the other one is called It's Too Late, babe. No, I'm just kidding. It's called It's Too Late, and it's called Supervisor. Y'all go check him out, KMG Kill Switch, on YouTube, Spotify, and all social media and all music streaming platforms. Back to what we were saying, vote.org. For your community, your county, your city, you can find out about legalizing businesses, the types of business licensing available, the amount of business licenses available for that particular industry, public housing, public transportation, homeless shelters, and free healthcare clinics, social distance and pandemic mandatory stipulations, as well as social distance learning, free lunch, and educational transportation. As well as propositions being written into bills and laws. Prop 22, Prop 10, Prop 17, things like that. As well as Politicians running for office, your state governor, your city mayor, your city council, okay, your courthouse elected officials, your judges, things like that. You guys go to vote.org and find out what you can do. And when your next vote is in your city, there are votes every year in the city, in the state. Every 4 years is the presidency. But in your city and state, there's a vote every year. Not just every 4 years. You wonder why we're so slow on progress? Because we're so slow to jump on the opportunities to let our voices be heard and vote to make a difference. Excuse me. Now, with that being said, y'all, we're about to smoke a blizzard. We gonna smoke. We is about to smoke, but before we do that, y'all, I want to put y'all on really quickly to the theme song. Big shout out to SMC Global in Lower Alabama, near the Georgia-Florida line, y'all. This song is by Trapito, featuring myself, your girl, the Mrs., aka Cherry Franklin. This song is called Put It in the Air. This is the theme song for the Cherry Franklin show for the 2020 and the 2021. And hopefully we'll be able to grow it and expand it and video it and bring it into 2020 as well.
Put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at, eyes on low, what I'm up, yeah. Put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up this stick down. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. Yeah, she on me, we on boat. I want the bag, give me the cash.
Bitch, I want the loaf. Put it in the air. Put it in the air.
We're having a party.
Hey, who don't like cousin?
Y'all niggas be switching. My life is the whole team of kitchen. That white nigga on gremlin. When I the black nigga, it's a collision. Just like a gremlin. We got some men joints in the air. We do not care. So we on the left. We smoking rap. So you need a tap. Let's go. The Z-Man. It's the best time for the season.
What up, yo? What's happening?
I'ma keep mine from greedy. Some said you want me to eat it. I told her I'm vegan. Hey, shout out on super straight. I got the Mary J. That be my ace. You can add me to the race. Put on the gas, so get out the way.
You coming last? Fuck with my stash, I be where you stay.
When I get mad, I roll up the pay.
Gas.
Going on bait.
Put it in the air.
Put it in the air.
Put it in the air. No, this way.
I don't know what I'm up there. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up with stickers. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. We on the gas.
She on the me, we on gold. Give me the cash, I want the low.
Put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up with stickers. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air.
Blow in the car, the room, it go down. Every time the gun move, smoke come out. 209, yeah, that's my clap. Blunt rotations, that's my crap. You ain't gotta smoke this Cali. Put it in the wood, but you screw it in the valley. Keep on wax on, leaf on tap out. Turn the team up, pet rally. Why you think they call me Terry? Mr. J, I'm coming with the Mary. This, that thing, no air pack, spare me. I got lungs like a motherfucking vacuum. Puff up, ass then pass, I'll text you. That's just facts, no cat boo. I put it on wax for the pack food. It's written on me like a tattoo.
Big circle like a battle rap tattoo.
Like,
but I put it in his bag too.
Like,
but I put it on my bag too.
Don't do me.
I keep 5 on it like the Loonies. Hit your ass off with a 2-piece. It go 2.
Y'all ain't heard me. I'ma run it back.
I'm coming with the Mary.
This, that thing, no air pack, spare me. I got lungs like a motherfucking vacuum. Puff up, ass then pass, I'll text you. That's just facts, no cat boo. I put it on wax for the pack food. It's written on me like a tattoo.
Big circle like a battle rap tattoo. Like fronts, but I put it in his bag too.
Like fronts, but I put it on the bag too. Don't do me. I keep 5 on it like the Loonies. Hit your ass off with a 2-piece. It go to me. Quit acting brand new like a groupie.
And just put it in the air, put it in the air.
Bitch.
Put it in the air, put it in the air.
Bitch.
Everywhere I'm at, everywhere I'm at.
Eyes on low, but I'm up there. Y'all ready to start the news? Y'all ready to start the news? You know what? I ain't even gonna do y'all like that, cause I'm gonna wait until this man tell y'all what we need to hear, honey, before we go any further with sharing graphics and things like that. Let's go ahead and see what Stephen Gardner
President
has to say.
Biden's infrastructure bill finally passes in the House of
Get in
Representatives.
this smoke session, y'all.
Where are we
Fire up.
at
Let's
with
go.
the failed vote on the stimulus package from last night? Biden said the recovery has been the most fair in history, thanks to him. All this and more in today's
Thanks to
update.
him.
Hello and welcome to today's November 6th daily news report, as well as ongoing stimulus package information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. On this channel, I keep you up to date on the truth about what's going on in Washington, D.C., the U.S. economy, the next stimulus package, money, investing, and much, much more. I just want to take a few seconds to tell my wife, Casey, happy birthday. If you'd like to say happy birthday in the comments below, she reads the comments every day, and I'm sure she would love that. All right, now don't forget to take 20 seconds to go sign up for the giveaway that Casey and I are doing. 20 people are going to win $250 in cash. This is your daily reminder to sign up, and there's no strings attached on what you can use that money for. I just want to get some money into the hands of people here in my YouTube community. All right, now last night, President Joe Biden got his first win in a long time. The bill that passed is the American Jobs Plan, or the Physical Infrastructure Bill, for $1.2 trillion. The vote passed with 228 yeses to 206 noes, with 13 Republicans voting yes to help this bill get across the finish line, and 6 progressive Democrats voting no to continue to try to hold this bill hostage to help them pass the Build Back Better Act, or the stimulus package. Now, the bill passed after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi tried for 7 hours to pass the stimulus package. She held multiple failed votes, followed by many long recesses to regroup with her party and try to convince more party members to vote in line with Joe Biden's agenda. However, ultimately, the stimulus package vote failed to pass, and it totally shocked the progressives when Pelosi switched gears and brought the physical infrastructure bill to the floor after sitting on Nancy Pelosi's desk for nearly 90 days. So President Biden was, able to finally get some attention on his package from Nancy Pelosi, and it passed in the House of Representatives. So I want to answer for you, what's in the physical infrastructure bill? How might it help you? And what will happen with the stimulus package going forward? So there's $40 billion for bridges, $11 billion for safety, $39 billion for transit, $66 billion for Amtrak and railways, $7.5 billion for electric vehicle charging stations across the country,
$453,000 in affiliate commissions in 60 days without Amazon, Shopify, or Facebook. Is it possible? Absolutely, and I'm about to prove it to you. I'm going to log into my affiliate account.
$5 billion for clean buses, $17 billion for ports, $25 billion for airports, $50 billion for water resiliency, $55 billion to clean up our water systems, lead pipes, filtration, things like that. $65 billion
about
for
city
upgrading
repairs,
the
funding
internet
the government, the
and
city,
broadband
the
all
state,
across
and the
country.
federal government to
$21
be able
billion
to
for
repair
environmental remediation or cleaning up bad areas of the country, and $73 billion towards clean energy. Now, this bill is supposed to create millions of good-paying jobs, and with projects planned all over the country, It should evenly disperse the
landfills
$1.2 trillion all
energy,
over the country
going
over
green
the next
energy,
5 to 10 years.
things like that.
Now, if you add up all of the programs that I just shared with you, it only comes to $474.5 billion. So where's the other $725.5 billion going? We don't know. As of right now, it looks like a giant slush fund where future administrations will be able to dip into that money at a later date. Now, close to half of this bill will be paid for using surplus money from President Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus package. That money has just been sitting in Washington, D.C. doing nothing, and now Biden wants to inject it into this plan. It was just under $600 billion. We're not sure why Democrats wanted such a large $1.9 trillion package, where now they had over $600 billion in leftover money that has just been sitting in Washington, D.C. To be used at a future date. Now, this bill is mostly paid for, but according to the Congressional Budget Office, it will add around $300 billion to the national debt over the next 10 years. And that's the Congressional Budget Office and independent economic analysts. So it's not quite fully paid for as we were promised. By the way, thank you guys so much for giving these videos a like. I really, really appreciate when you hit that like button, and I just love bringing you guys the news. All right, now going back to Biden's stimulus package, Pelosi tried for over 7 hours to pass this bill, but could not get any Republican support, and the progressive Democrats, led by Representative Jayapal, refused to even cast a vote. So they basically withheld 20 votes from the Democrat agenda. So my understanding is that next week, this coming week, starting Monday, Democrats will spend the first part of the week revamping some of the stimulus package programs. Now, I don't know what will be added in, what will be taken out, how they'll rearrange numbers. I don't have any of that detail yet. But as soon as I do, I will definitely share that information with you guys. Now, many of you are not happy about how much of the stimulus package goes to help the wealthy compared to the middle class and lower income families as was promised. And I'm not happy about it either. But maybe this coming week, they will make some tweaks where more money goes to the American people and the middle class and lower income families and the vulnerable. But at this point, I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. I'm just reporting what information I have as of this very moment. Also, Democrats are waiting for the Congressional Budget Office to mathematically show how much Biden's package will really cost. We are being told $1.75 trillion, but Wharton's Business School did an analysis this week and showed it will actually cost closer to $4 trillion, so more than double what we are being told. And without taxing the rich, as we were promised, this bill will not be $0 and will not be fully paid for. It will actually add hundreds of billions of dollars to the national debt. And so because of that, that's why I say they're going to have to revamp and maybe rethink through some things in this coming week. Now, if the SALT tax deductions are taken out, this stimulus package will actually stimulate the rich more than any other group in the country. Now, I know you don't want to hear that, and it brings me no joy to share that with you, but you watch my channel because I share the truth with you about what's going on in Washington, D.C. So if those SALT tax deductions are left in the stimulus package, the wealthy will be stimulated by far more than any other group combined. So I'm hoping that one of the things that they want to look at and revamp is leaving that alone, because not only will it put more money in the pockets of the wealthy, but it takes away money that would be brought in through taxation to help social safety net programs and the most vulnerable in our country. Now, yesterday I asked you to help me reach out to Bernie Sanders, Representative Jayapal, and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. I left 3-minute long messages with Representative Jayapal and Senator Sanders, just blasting them, telling them where I thought they were lying, where I thought they were going wrong, where they could improve, how much a stimulus check would cost for about 25 million people. Now, I don't know if it's going to do any good, but at least I could sleep at night knowing I had made my voice heard. And I'll be calling them again next week, and I hope you will too. You can go to yourbridgeplan.com/Bernie. I've left their contact information and some words on what you might say if you were to get them on the phone or leave them a voicemail. So I would love it if you would join me in getting our voices heard while we still have time. Now, President Biden made a comment that I want to share with you and get your reaction in the comments because I didn't agree with him, but you might. He said he is proud of how fair the recovery has been because of his policies. He said it's the most fair recovery ever thanks to him and his policies. Now, I respectfully disagree with the president. I've seen the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. I've seen a K-shaped recovery that left the most vulnerable more vulnerable than they were before the pandemic, especially those that live on fixed income or are a part of the older generation. So please let me know in the comments below, is President Biden's recovery the most fair recovery in history? Or has this recovery been unfair in your eyes? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love reading your comments. 6 no's, with 13 Republicans voting yes to help this bill get across the finish line, and 6 progressive Democrats voting no to continue to try to hold this bill hostage to help them pass the Build Back Better Act or the stimulus package. Now, the bill passed after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi tried for 7 hours to pass the stimulus package. She held multiple failed votes, followed by many long recesses to regroup with her party and try to convince more after sitting up in the House of Representatives. So I want to answer for you, what's in the physical infrastructure bill? How might it help you? And what will happen with the stimulus package going forward?
So the infrastructure bill is about clean energy, going green, y'all electricity bills. It's about cleaning up like landfills, recycling, but supposedly cleaning up. But what exactly do they mean by cleaning up? Renovation of old buildings, possibly. They're talking about utility, electricity, and water type things. You know what I'm saying? Clean water, Flint, Michigan. And several other things, very, very important. Well, that has to do with the health of the community and the environment. But this first bill has nothing to do with paying any head of household, honey. And you're lucky we already closed the window, because I will go back and talk more shit about it, but I'm not going to.
I like to watch.
Yeah. Again, the name of that podcast is Stephen Gardner. If you would like to follow him, or you can follow us at The Cherry Franklin Show and check out our recently played list to get access to all the videos that we watch here online. What's up, y'all? I see over 1,127 heart reactions. Well over 20-30 viewers for this stream so far. Y'all hella quiet, but hello, welcome to the smoke session. 4:46 p.m. here on the West Coast, Northern California. Just 26 minutes past 4:20. Stockton, California, to be exact, baby. Welcome to the smoke session, the 420 show, the Cherry Franklin Show. If y'all got any questions, comments, or concerns, it seems the infrastructure bill has no payments coming directly to taxpayers. So You got to be on the lookout to hold your city responsible for directing the funding to actually do repairs to the water and to the system and the landfills and the dumps, and try to do something about green energy. Just the types of legal funding that should be available is now in the resources business instead of stimulating American taxpayers economy. But I want y'all to be aware of what's going on. They said they are trying to vote and pass the Build Back Better plan. Perhaps that might have some more funding for Americans, extensions on the child tax credits, universal broadband, CalFresh and food stamps, maybe adult workers tax credits, or a stimulus check for SSI recipients, or a one-time stimulus check payment. So far, there's no mention of a stimulus check payment anyway. Probably a good reason to focus on Stephen Gardner calling out the government for not fighting for the things that we're requesting and in need of in the American economy and the economic lower working class, as they would say, defined by our tax brackets. Yo, I'm finna put that out. It's getting low. We done gave Facebook and YouTube 25 minutes. That's almost 30 minutes. Again, y'all make sure you follow and subscribe, vote, visit change.org, do everything you can to make a difference. This government is really tripping right now. They don't have no money coming to us. Some of us are needing to make moves or make progress or coming to the end of agreements or coming to a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even at the brink of losing an asset, maybe a vehicle or a home. Y'all really want to be able to make a difference. I could imagine how hard it was for me to keep making a couple grand, you know what I'm saying? How to make an extra $1,000 on top of that, you know what I'm saying? How hard it was for me during the quarantine. I could imagine with my setbacks. I could imagine someone else with more might have had a little bit harder. And let me tell you, I have money this whole time, like over $2,000 every month. I just have certain individuals disrespected and violated. So imagine if somebody else was being disrespected based on that, coming from a point of economic hardship instead of personal interest. So y'all make sure you go vote, do all of that. I hear Cheese Next Door slapping. We are podcasting though till 6 o'clock. So we're going to fade to the background. Thank y'all for being here. You're beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. Your energy is positive. You're important to me, your community, your family, and your friends. And I love y'all. Thank you for making me a top streamer. Thank you for running my numbers way up. I see 1,300 plus heart reactions, over 21 viewers, over 20 viewers, over 16 viewers. I can't count because there's a lot of different numbers on there. But, and another probably a good 10 or 12 viewers over here. Thank y'all for being here. All of that. What's up, y'all? We're going to fade to the background. Make sure you follow and subscribe everywhere. Donate, hit up